What's up, Culture Drop? This video is for leaders and human beings and is about being unflappable. And I'm going to talk about what that means and give you some tips and tools and the moments that are most critical to embody that. This is something that takes practice. You're not gonna watch this video and then suddenly be an expert at this. I am not an expert at this, but I'm constantly aware of it and trying to work on this. I'm gonna give you 4 examples of why and when, as a leader especially, but really just in any relationship, to be unflappable, which means to just be able to be kind of stoic, receive something as it comes and not have a huge, big emotional reaction and just like, right, to be able to sort of like stay calm and be unflappable, regardless of the situation. And here's 4 areas I think this is critical, especially for leaders. Quick side note before I get into like what and these situations is the reason that this is important is because it builds trust. When you are consistent as a human being, if somebody on your team or somebody in your life or your partner, romantic partner, knows that they can come and share feedback with you or tell you something and that like they can trust, there's an element of psychological safety. They can trust that they can tell you this thing that you are not going to react in a huge, big way or be unpredictable. And part of this is like about being predictable, which builds trust, it builds rapport with other people, and it strengthens relationships. That's why this is important, is your ability, especially as a leader, because you're kind of the captain of the ship, to be able to, regardless of the situation, to be able to be calm and in control and know what to do next. Number 1, feedback. Someone giving you feedback, no matter what it is, no matter how harsh it is, no matter what you think of it or whether you agree with it, this is one place where being completely unflappable is really, really valuable and useful as a leader. For someone to come to you and be like, you know, here's all the problems I have, blah, 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 blah. Even if someone comes to you to be like, you're the worst leader I've ever had, I hate my job. For you to be able to respond to that and be like, okay, let's talk about that, right? To be able to remain calm, to not take it personally, to not have a big, this person's sharing their experience with you. So don't take it personally. Being unflappable around feedback is important because it builds trust. The first time somebody shares feedback with you that is less than positive and you respond poorly to it will be the last time that person ever shares honest, real feedback with you. You build trust by being able to be unflappable and be like, okay, let's talk through that. Number 2, in crisis, when something happens that's unexpected, that's like a big, huge deal. Again, for your ability to remain unflappable. This goes back to my analogy of being like the captain of a ship. If you're the captain of a ship and there's a bunch of people on it and a storm is coming in, right? People look to the captain to be like, are we okay? You can't be like, oh no. Like if you are freaking out, everybody will freak out. If you remain calm, everybody will remain calm. And that is part of your charge as a leader, is to like remain calm and unflappable even in crisis, to be able to, cool, we're gonna be fine. This is what we're gonna do. Tie this down, put your life jackets on, whatever it is, right? To remain unflappable in a crisis, absolutely clutch. Number 3, change. Change is constant. Change is ever present in business and work. And like you as a leader, part of the challenge of that is that you don't always know the reason for a change. You don't always know the outcome of a change. Sometimes the change is not something that is your choice, right? It's handed down from you on high and you have to like share that with your team and navigate them through it. All of those situations exist. Your ability to just accept what is true and be able to move forward and be unflappable, no matter what the change is. You lost half your team, or we're changing our whole system or process, and for you to be like, to be able to just be able to take inventory and say, this is our reality, this is the best we can do, this is what we know, we have to be able to make decisions and move forward without all of the information or without being able to know what the outcome is gonna be. Like during big changes, absolutely unflappable. Key number 4, this is the last one, somebody else being vulnerable with you. This also applies as a human being, with your friends or with a colleague or with romantic partners. As a leader, coming to you to share something that is vulnerable for them, that they're scared to tell you or whatever, for you to listen and be curious, not judgmental, right? To be able to like hear that thing and be like, okay, whatever it is. And this can, right, there's so many thousands of contexts of what this can mean, but your ability to respond in an unflappable way when somebody is vulnerable with you, and that can be so many different things, but your ability in that moment to remember that like that moment is about that person and about their feelings and you being aware of the impact that you have on them by how you respond. Someone giving you really big news or whatever, not to be like, what up, right? To remain calm, to just listen, be present with that person. And again, unflappable. I think that is a really valuable tool for leaders to have, is like unflappableness, which is probably not a word, but I just made it up. Really important. Okay, cool, love you, go be awesome. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, or you can sign up for the Culture Drop mailing list and get these emails and videos right into your inbox.